2024 is over, and with that, another ranking season for the Lumi rank has concluded as well. The 2024 season was a tad different, as instead of collecting both parts into a full year list, this time the people at Luminosity decided to split the season in two halves. This means that everything that occurred during the start of 2024, such as Genesis or Luminosity makes big moves, are not accounted for, and only everything that happened after the halfway point of the year is what counts for the 2024.2 rankings. Being aware of that and seeing how he already exploded in front of the others for the lead with his win at Supernova 2024, Sparg0 has placed himself as the #1 player for Ultimate. I want to take a deep dive into mindset of Sparg0, his many struggles to getting to this point, and how he became the king of Smash Ultimate.
It is Sparg0 with the pop-up and letting you all know pressure does not just make diamonds, it makes history as Sparg0 claims his first Supernova title.
Sparg0, while young, has been playing for quite a while now.
Doesn't have a jump.
Oh!
That's it. That's
He's
it.
got it! Sparg0, 2 upsets in a row? Are you joking?
2-0. We just said 2 like 8 times, but who cares?
Wow.
Sparg0 taking it over Void with a crazy comeback game 3.
Just a young boy from Mexico who likes to play as anime sword fighters and has a big interest for K-pop. Wait a minute, I've already seen this storyline before.
For professional gamers, Mo Hamoud and his friend Leo Lopez.
Sparg0 had already competed at events, but wasn't really the type of player to make huge waves throughout the bracket as we used to seem to do today. It was first during the lockdown era Sparg0 really began to shine. Sparg0, along with other household names we now know of like Akola, Mia, Shinemark, and Sonics, were all players who were not really known until the force of Wi-Fi Smash Ultimate was forced on everyone. Sparg0 would regularly show up at Wi-Fi events, the most important one being the Coinbox series hosted by Hungrybox. This gave Sparg0 the outlet not just to profit even during the lockdown time, but also to show himself to the world. While a lot of players were either not able to take online time period of Smash Ultimate seriously, or flat out decided not to compete in it, players like Sparg0 was able to better himself during this time to a caliber no one could have expected.
Let's go! Let's fucking go! Shit.
With the pandemic finally settling down enough for events to start again, Smashers all over the world are quick to finally pack their bags and travel for that nice, crisp and smooth offline Smash Bros experience again. Sparg0 is no different, but it's important to know that during this time that Sparg0 is just a 16-year-old teenager. While Sparg0 is well known and has his filler mix in Smashers such as MKLeo, Meister, Jack and others who are willing to help him travel and want to show off the country more, there's only so much Xbox Coinbox money to go before he can't afford to travel anymore. Sparg0 could never become #1 in the world if he can't actually get to the events. So at the moment he just has to focus on sniping the big ones. It is though at the biggest one at the first half of the year, something big happens for Sparg0. As he sits down to face off against Zomba during the top 8 of Genesis 8, we get the reveal of Faze claim Sparg0. This is exactly what Sparg0 needed to be able to start his journey for #1, and while he didn't win Genesis 8, he finished off in a great 3rd place and already planning his next moves.
Oh no! The backer out of nowhere! No red screen, no zap, no zoom in. Simple defeat for Zomba, and Sparg0 going to winner's final.
As stated, Sparg0 did not win Genesis 8, as he would end up falling to Gluttony, the king of Europe at the time and best warrior player in the world. Gluttony will though also not be the winner. No, the winner will be the Mexican talent who loves anime sword fighters and has a love for K-pop music. Are they making these guys in the lab, or what the fuck is going on here? Anyway, I'm talking about MKLeo, who has had the entire Smash Ultimate scene in his hands since the start. Would it be with Ike, Joker, his main at the time, Byleth? No one seemed to be able to crack open the case that is the king of Ultimate. If Sparg0 would ever get to be #1, we would have to figure out how to beat this man, this fellow countryman who is almost a carbon copy of everything you are yourself. If Leo's story led him to being #1, it would only be natural that it will eventually be Sparg0's turn as well. But how do you beat yourself who is already at the peak when you haven't made it to this point yet? Well, the sad story is, you don't.
You die. Oh, you die.
No.
You are dead. You die. It is not your time. You die.
2022 was the story of how the king acknowledged the prince who tried with his best efforts to dethrone him, Leo himself paying notice to it and believing that it would be Sparg0 who would take over his place eventually. 2022 did run up being another year under the rule of our king MKLeo, as most people would expect. But that was not without giving Sparg0 his credits. If he keeps working at it, then 2023 surely will be the time he finally takes down the king of Smash. But while the king and prince was having their own battles, two players who was made from the same flames as Sparg0 was coming out of the shadows in the east. Japan might not have had their own H-box to host current box during the lockdown era, but they did have Smashmade. Smashmade is a Japanese-based online matchmaking site that has a ladder-based ranking system, giving Japan a pseudo-rank mode for their online play. While Smash Ultimate Online is some hot garbage, online play is still very optimal and almost essential for getting better at the game, and Japan took that very seriously. Already established players like T and Shuton got way better during the lockdown, and with Fighter Pass 2 being out, they both had new characters under the rings to help them out. But the biggest impact was not from any already well-known Japanese player like Ken or Sakurai. No, it was from Japan's new top 2 players and rivals, Mia and Akola.
To make it back, and it feels like Akola is kind of dancing Ray. Oh, you're no.
This is what neutral is supposed to look like.
I hate to say it, it kind of looks like Tweak is done.
Oh, God. That's what I'm talking about. Don't look back. Don't look back. You know the pies to play Smash with his friends. Good player. Oh, shit. Get off the stage. Did you see the way he popped off? Get off the stage, bro. Get the hell.
Mia and Akola both came from the Wi-Fi era and quickly started dominating the country. Mia showcasing a level of gaming what we haven't seen before, and Akola holding down pretty much every single Japanese tournament with his Steve to a point it was almost laughable. Not in a funny, but in a oh wow, that's scary funny. The rest of the world could not ignore these two youngsters as they will even make their name person outside of Japan. Mia was able to come to Apex 2022 during November and take the entire bracket for himself, dominating the US during his first time there. Meanwhile, Akola also showcased how he was not just able to dominate Japan, but NA as well, as he took the game invitation over some of the world's best players. So with both Japanese prodigies coming to the US, dominating and leaving them, it became clear that not only was the competition for the one going to be harder than ever for Sparg0, but as a whole region of Smash is leveling up and getting ready to try to take that title away as well. 2023 just put more emphasis on this, as more and more of Japan just suddenly level up. New players rising from nowhere like Doramiki, Raru, Snow, Tamapi, Dafuku, and the established ones also getting better. Japan just took over 2023 and leading them was Akola. Akola won tournaments such as Smash Ultimate Summit 6, Super Smash Con 2023, Kakaribi 9, Masuma Top 12, Delta 5, and more, beating pretty much every player you could think of. Every player was Sparg0. You see, Sparg0 happened to play one of the few characters that most people believe somehow could keep up with Steve matchup-wise. Plus that with Sparg0 just being the yin to Akola's yang, Akola just could not seem to figure out how to deal with Sparg0, and it sometimes got very desperate for him.
He's thinking.
Donkey Kong? Shout out to Smash 4 Tweak? What? Huh? Donkey Kong? Okay. DK? I mean... Donkey Kong? Why not? Donkey Kong is here? Are we serious? When you're down bad. This can't be serious. When you're down bad. You better show me something very...
Even so, with him being so much consistent and having no lows, Akola was number 1 for both the first half and later half of 2023, as Sparg0 would oftentimes crumble, and it was not more clear during Super Smash Con 2023, where we saw one of Sparg0's lowest placing ever since being picked up by Faze. Going into 2024, we were left to believe we would go into the same story, with the flow of Japanese players getting better, Akola still dominating, and even more new faces such as Her, the Snake player showing up. The flow of Japanese talent just seemed to be too much. For the first half of 2024, Sparg0 would end up being ranked number 9. While that is good, it's nowhere near the goal Sparg0 wanted, and newer people to the scene and others who used to be his peers are getting ahead of him. Plus that, with Leo finally being dethroned, but not by him, it only fueled the fire that Sparg0 needed to finally lock in. As stated at the start of the video, in 2024 the ranking was split between two halves this season, so everything from Supernova and onwards of 2024 was its own ranking system. This was exactly what Sparg0 needed to get another shot of getting number 1, as his flaws from earlier of the year would not stain anything he does from now on. So while he was here at Supernova, probably the biggest win of the season, Sparg0 had to lock in, and that he did. While everyone was getting upset left and right, falling out early and having to destroy themselves in losers, Sparg0 had one goal in mind: win.
Be your own sometimes here too. Free limit. I don't think the able to take this. He's so down there!
God, Sparg0 literally smiled. You said Sparg0 83. You got Snakeland for a long time. Come on.
Oh, more than enough time to wait too.
Oh my God, there's no way.
Okay,
He's not gonna 3-sock him right now.
Maybe.
Oh my God, he's gonna do it! Oh, look at him, Sparg0 popping off!
As far as this first game goes, but yeah, Shattuck one good neutral in the right spot. He can definitely get a lot of this damage back.
Absolutely.
Oh! Dang.
Wow, yeah. A different beast in Shattuck. He still believes he has a chance, but he's got to get back to that stage first, TK.
It's all about getting that first hit, because again, we've seen Shattuck make some pretty crazy comebacks, but it ain't gonna be here. The up smash. Oh, you caught jumping, now you're gone.
Woo! Will Shattuck, 115. The percentage continues to climb, and the dash attack is the answer. Call this man points.
What?
What? Oh, whoa.
Hey, yo.
Whoa. Hey, yo. Hey, yo.
Hold on, bro.
What? The Roy?
I'm not gonna doubt it. I'm not gonna.
In this, TK, the secret is easy. Stay on the stage and keep Sonics the hell off. Sparg0 with the surprise of the tournament. Mach 2, TK, I mean, it's just something of note as we are kind of getting to that 2-minute marker. Something to keep in mind. So this is a very high percent for Sonics, and he knows it. And Sparg0
It's enough.
Yes. And that is going to do it. Game number 4 goes to Sparg0, and that will put the plating. They are adding up.
He's chilling. Look, again, look how he has been struggling to get off this ledge, at least in one interaction.
Oh no! Could it be? It is Sparg0 with the pop-up and letting you all know pressure does not just make diamonds, it makes history as Sparg0 claims his first Supernova title.
Roy's our boy, Sparg0's our boy, and now Sparg0, our Supernova champion. Gotta give it up to the GOAT, bro. Sparg0
And when he did, with the unseen void to take it over Sonic, Sparg0 didn't stop here and took this momentum with him to everything from here on out. From events like Riptide 2024, the Drone 2, and Don't Park in the Grass 2024, Sparg0 really came off as unstoppable this time. What actually talented him more during this time was actually Sonics and Mia, as the Cola seemed to have stayed mostly in Japan and also losing more than we usually see from him. It seems since the Japanese players kept getting better, they also got better against Acola. Do not get this in a wrong way, Acola is still the demon he always been, even finally getting a win on Sparg0 with his ages. But as he gets better, so does everyone else, including Sparg0. Sparg0 is finally locked in, tarnished everyone that used to stand in his path, and when he should falter, it was at least not at a significant amount, leading Sparg0 to finally go into 2025 with the title he has always been so hungry for, the King of Smash Ultimate, the #1 player in the world. Thanks so much for watching. I think I finally found what clicked for me content-wise, and if you like this storytelling kind of video format I'm putting for Smash Bros, please like the video and maybe even subscribe so you can keep up with the next video. That's all for me. See you next time.